is the ultimate travel guide from the people who know it best. Weekends with Yankee.
From Stockbridge, we head north to one of my favorite towns, Woodstock, Vermont. If you're looking for the quintessential village experience, add this to your itinerary. Here you'll find a Vermont ethos that favors the land and local food, as well as F.H. Gillingham Sons, a sprawling general store that first opened its doors in 1886. Still family-owned, it's run by the founders' great-grandsons, Frank and Jireh Billings. One of the things that makes Woodstock so charming is its authenticity. A good example of that is a general store that's been in one family for over 130 years.
You must be Richard.
Oh, you must be
Jireh Billings.
Jireh, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
I have to tell you, walking in here, I suddenly got so nostalgic. I just don't see that many general stores like this anymore.
No, and this store being started by my great-grandfather has a great deal of nostalgia for me, too. F.H. Gillingham has been run by my family since 1886. Well, I like to think about the general store and the development of the general store as the beginning of retail in America. We feel that we are the oldest continually run by the same family general store in Vermont and possibly in the United States.
So this is obviously an old photo. What year is this from?
This is a photo of the employees in front of the store about 1910.
So what's remained the same? What's changed?
The door's in a different place.
Okay. Big changes, all right.
The store has enlarged greatly since those days.
That's amazing. And then I see an old phone that says do not touch.
We have a home delivery system that started even before the telephone. And there's great stories about my great-grandfather telling his customers how to use the telephone properly, how to group their orders and to make the whole system efficient. So we have this phone here really to show how our roots have come to what we have today.
I have to admit, and I'll admit to you that I was addicted to licorice. And I'm not sure if you carry it, but...
Of course we do. Come step around this corner.
This is my Achilles heel.
This may be where you want to hang out.
Step away from the candy jars.
You might have some competition
here.
Oh,
boy.
You know? Here's a guy that likes candy.
I used to think that licorice was in the essential food groups in that pyramid somehow. That was my justification.
Would you like to try a piece of licorice?
I would. Do you have your little scoop thing, or how do you?
I think you can just grab one there.
I'm gonna grab one.
Sure.
This is so good. I feel like I need privacy almost to enjoy this.
One of the things that I always like to show people when I'm showing people around the store is the old cash register. This cash register was one that F.H. Gillingham bought, and the bill of sale is underneath the drawer, and it says 1893.
You know what surprises me? It actually has $9 on it.
It seems like a high price.
Seems like in
for 1893.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of money.
Yeah, and the other thing is we always have had to have it behind the plexiglass because people just love to push those buttons, and so the no sale button is the one that tends to get pushed the most.
What is the oldest thing you have in here?
The oldest thing, besides the building, is a fixture. It's the nail bins, the bins that we sold nails by the pound out of. And I've got to show you, because you've got to see these beauties.
I'd love to see this.
The oldest fixture that we have are these nail bins. My great aunt used to say, look at the fronts of these and look how the wear of those has been. That's so many years.
Worn by fingers.
So many nails being pulled across there.
I'm sure over the years you've had one or two famous people come walking through this store.
Yes, I've got to show you this picture of Calvin Coolidge with my grandfather.
President Coolidge.
President Coolidge.
Wow, that is a big deal.
It is. Here you have President Coolidge with my grandfather, Franklin Billings, and this is my dad, who everyone in Woodstock knows as Judge Billings.
Grandfather was important in government here too, right?
My grandfather was governor of Vermont when Calvin Coolidge was president. There's one more thing I want to show you before you go. This sign over here, the A Hatch sign, That's what hung on the store before my great-grandfather bought it. Mr. Hatch ran the store. He worked for him in high school, and then after graduating, he bought out Mr. Hatch, and he never looked back.
What a wonderful history.
It is the great history, and I'm very, very proud of it.
You must be, and I really would like to congratulate you and your father and his father for having such a wonderful business. And you bring such enthusiasm to it.
Well, I want to thank you very much, but I got to get back to work.
Okay.
All right.
All right, nice meeting you.
Bye.